Hello everyone and welcome to Brave Souls Rewind, where today I'll be covering the Christmas version of Rukia, who I was supposed to cover about a week and a half ago, but I ended up taking an unexpected trip back home for New Year's and Christmas, so here we are today. I do apologize for that, but better late than never, right? Okay, so I'm starting off with a normal attack damage build, and Rukia already has a plus 40 bruiser, and if her health is full, she does an additional 20% damage from all of her attacks, including her normal attack. When she got resurrected, she got an additional link that let her recover some of her health every time she entered a new area. That, combined with her barrier move strong attack 2, and a frenzy gain link that everyone should have, makes this a pretty viable and safe option. Her attacks actually did a decent amount of damage, mostly of course to Soul Reapers, but also to her Ankars. Not to mention that, even though she is shappied, she does have frenzy, and her strong attacks were still worth using because they dealt a decent amount of damage too. Plus you had a bigger chance of freezing with them, which definitely helps when you're using normal attacks. Now while you can clear a raid with this, I wouldn't recommend using it in co-op. She is a strong attack damage character after all, but it is nice to know you can build her with a normal attack build if you have to. Next up, I tried the strong attack damage / strong attack recharge build, and instead of using a 14% recharge link like I usually do, I decided to go with the frenzy Uryu that we all should have, and in case I needed to recover an additional bit of health. Now this Rukia actually has the highest SP after the new Rukia and Ichigo that we got, which is very impressive. I do wish she had Havoc for her strong attacks 1 and 2, but even without it, her strong attacks do have really good range. As I mentioned earlier, her strong attack 2 is a barrier move, her strong attack 1 is a lunge move, and her strong attack 3 is full screen. And while she may not have Berserker, if her health is full, her strong attacks deal 20% more damage. My only real complaint about this build is that because she doesn't have a strong attack recharge link, and because her strong attack 2 takes longer to recharge, there will be instances where you're forced to use your normal attack. Luckily, if your health is full, she has the equivalent of a 60% bruiser, so her normal attacks aren't a terrible choice. Overall, this is a great build, and while I would have preferred a strong attack recharge link as the secondary link, the stamina recovery one they gave her definitely comes in handy. Alright, so I normally prefer to do these rewinds with attainable links, in case the person watching is a new player, or they just don't have that many resources. But for this particular character, I decided to break the rule, and go with a full stamina damage link as my hybrid build, since for Rukia, maintaining full stamina is actually pretty easy, and it benefits both normal attacks and strong attacks. Now under this build I did sacrifice strong attack recharge, but it didn't really seem to matter, since under this build her normal attacks were dealing 60% more damage, and her strong attacks were dealing 100% more damage. Combine that with her own magnifiers and she was dealing a ton of damage. The trade-off is that you actually have to use your normal attacks, but like I said, they were dealing damage. Now I included Tsukishima as a link, which is basically the same as hers, full stamina damage and stamina recovery as a secondary link. And I would recommend doing it this way, because if you lose a lot of health, you're gonna want that back as soon as possible. Otherwise, the second weakness of this build is exposed, in that if you're missing even 1 point of health, 80% of that damage increase is lost, which is a lot. Luckily the game makes it really easy for you to get that back, especially with this specific build, and once you do have it back, this is easily the best build of the three. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what they did with this Rukia. I still wish they would have given her Havoc, but she doesn't really need it. The increased bruiser and the stamina recovery trait were very nice additions, and it makes her one of the best characters I've ever done a rewind on.
これが僕からの完璧なプレゼントだ。喜んでくれたかな？メリークリス。
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know what other characters you want to see in a rewind.